Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your man Louie T here with another installment of the LTN Exclusives Kickback Week 9 edition. Chopping it up real quick. And this one will be very brief. Not here to talk your head off. I'm actually super disappointed this week because I'm pissed off. I'm gonna be frank. I'm not disappointed. Disappointed isn't strong enough. I'm pissed off. It's temporary, which is why I can't say I'm disappointed. That lasts a little bit longer. Well, I'm pissed off because this week didn't live up to the hype. Games didn't go the way that I needed them to go. And every week there are battle games. I call them I can't even think straight. I'm so upset, man. You know, this was supposed to be a tough week, and it didn't deliver the goods. It really didn't. You got people going 15, 14 and 1. Now that I think about it, I got to go back and look at some of these numbers. My math might not be mathing. I think I did it right. I'm pretty sure I did it right. But yeah, people going 14 and 1, a bunch of 13 and 2s, 12 and 3s. Like that wasn't supposed to be this week. This week was supposed to be chaos. And it wasn't. It wasn't. And you know what I also got to start doing? Because I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. But I think I got to start giving y'all credit for the picks you guys are making. You guys are making smart, calculated decisions. I think I got too used to a lot of people making picks who either aren't watching these games, aren't smart, just guessing, or they just don't know no better. Right? And credit to y'all for being observant, seeing what's going on, and understanding right from wrong. So I think some of it is I got to give y'all credit, but some of it is just it's not as hard as it's supposed to be right now, and I'm disappointed. It's too many people eating and eating good. You know what I do like about this particular week though is that we don't got no color this week. It's really skimp, and I like that. Because when it's a ton of color, it makes me feel like everybody's a winner. And everybody don't deserve to be a winner every week. So that is the one good thing that has come of this week. But let's make this quick, man. I'm pissed off. So I don't feel like talking y'all to death tonight. So let's just make this thing really quick and brief. Big shout out to Twin D for winning the weekly pick'em pool in week number 9. I think this is your first one this year, man. Twin D was hot last year. I think Twin D won like 4 or 5 of these puppies last year. But I think this is his first one this year. One loss. Yikes. Trust me, you won't lose too many weekly pick'ems with one loss. And that's what I'm talking about. Had the Saints done what they were supposed to do, he'd have been perfect. It took an upset by Carolina to keep this man from going undefeated. And he's not alone. When we get to the winners and losers master sheet and we look at the results, I think there are 3 people, if I'm not mistaken, that lost one game. And I don't recall which game they lost, but my guess is it was New Orleans. That's my guess. That's what I call them, swing games. Every week, there are 3 to 4 swing games. Supposedly, there's supposed to be 3 or 4 swing games. My biggest issue right now is on a weekly basis. I'm not winning enough swing games. They're not going in my favor. Last week, Miami and Arizona was a swing game. I didn't win that game. Right? That's just an example. Right? I didn't win that game. This week, New England and Tennessee, swing game. Jets, Texans, swing game. Cowboys, Falcons, swing game. And Rams, Seahawks probably was the biggest swing game of the week. And of those four games, I only won one of them. That is why I am not having the success that I want to have, because the swing games aren't going in my favor. I'm making some good picks, but good ain't good enough. Good ain't good enough. But as I always tell you, if you keep making good picks, eventually the truth shall come to the light. If you keep making good picks, you will eventually reap the benefits. So I'm gonna just keep making quality picks. But God damn it, man. It's starting to piss me off. Big ups to Twin D. You'll get your money tomorrow, first thing in the morning. I'll ship that out along with the new sheets for the upcoming week. So big shout out to Twin D for getting her done. I think that was your first one of the year. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in that capacity, but pretty sure that was your first one of the year. Hopefully it's your last, because I need to be getting my hands on some more. I think I've only won what, 3 this year? 2 or 3, one or the other. If it's 2, then you too damn close now. Your 1 to my 2 is too damn close. Hopefully it's 3. I can't remember if I won 2 or 3 this year. I know I won 2 for sure. All right. So let's get to the big daddy. Winners and losers. And let's go through this thing real quick. I think I told y'all last week that somebody was going to have like 9 or 10 losses this week. Nobody had even remotely close to that. It was one of those weeks where you just go, hey, like I said last week, just color inside the lines and you should be fine. That's not what this week was supposed to be. And look, it almost turned disastrous. Excuse me. It almost turned disastrous. It literally almost turned into what I said. Kansas City almost lost. Minnesota almost lost. The Rams should have lost. Philadelphia almost lost. The Commanders were on the ropes. They could have easily lost. But the biggest difference between the Commanders and the Eagles, and yeah, that's it, is the Giants never had the football with a chance to take the lead. And the Eagles literally were on their backs, were against the wall. And the Jags had them by the balls and let them off the hook. But this thing could have turned ugly quick, you know. This thing could have turned ugly very quickly. The Bills could have easily have lost. They needed a 61-yard field goal for that game not to go to overtime. So you're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games that could have easily swung in the opposite direction, right? The Bills could have lost. Titans could have lost. Eagles could have lost. Rams could have lost. Vikings could have lost. Chiefs could have lost. But they didn't. So instead of it being, a week full of turmoil, which that wouldn't have benefited me any. I'm not, hoping for losses that are going to be added to my ledger as well. I mean, most of those teams that I just mentioned, I picked them. So it wouldn't have benefited me none, other than the Rams game. That's the one I really wanted badly, because I knew I had no idea that many people picked the Rams. That I knew Tennessee in New England was going to be one of those battle games where like it's going to be split 50-50. Talking about two of the worst teams in football. So Normally, I stick to the script, pick the home team. I didn't stick to my own formula, and I had to pay for that. But Seattle had no business losing that game. And had they won, that would have changed a lot. Instead of me having 4, then all these people that had 3, they would have had 4, most likely. But it's the way the cookie crumbles. So let's go back last week real quick and look at the color from last week. As you can see, lots and lots of color, a good amount of color, right? But as you can see, as the weeks progress, there's less and less color, and that's a good thing. Now look at the color this week. It's real scarce, right? I like it. I like it a lot. Anyhow, we'll run through this real fast. 5 losses for Jaden Hurts Jones. It's a 10-5 week. 89-49 overall. Let me say this. Zach F didn't turn in his picks. I'm gonna tell you what, man, the piss cup, that shit changes lives, right? I've seen more people bow out after a piss cup performance than anything else. Like, piss cups will take you out. Again, I don't like to rag on people who don't make their selections. Life happens all the time. You know, things could be going on in somebody's life. I never like to make fun of people who don't turn in their picks. But I will say, I've seen more people wave the white flag after the piss cup. Like, you know what? F it. Piss cup will do that to you now. Anyway, hype do 13 or 12-3, 81-57 overall. Sean Hawk 11-4, 87-51 overall. Daywalker 1-2, 13-2. Really good week. Most weeks, 13-2 is probably going to land you as a PTPer. Not this week though. Coop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10-5 for Coop. 81-57. I went 12 or 11-4. So that's 93-45 overall for me. Shadow Striker 1, 2, 3, 4. 11-4. 86-52. Soul 1, 2. 13-2. 88-50 overall for Soul. Twin D 1, 2, 3. 12-3. 85-58 for Twin D. Rich 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9-6 for Rich. 78-60. And AJ Meehan 1, 2, 3. 12-3. 93-45 for AJ Meehan. Sundi 1, 2, 3. 12-3 for Sundi. 97-41 overall. Still good for first place. I can't get Sundi to have an off week. But I'm gonna keep applying pressure, like I said. I'm gonna keep applying pressure, see what happens. Eventually, Sundi, Tyrant 78, and some of the others will crack. But what I'm going to do now from here on out is focus all my energy on the people in front of me. I've been giving too much credit to the people that are hanging around and people that are behind. If you're behind me, I don't give a damn about what you're doing. You in the rear view, I can't see you. I'm looking forward. So my focus is squarely on the people who have more wins than me, not even the ones that have the same amount of wins as me. If you in front of me, that is the goal, to catch up to them. So I got to readjust my focus because I've been doing too much talking about people that's behind me, that's close by me. I don't give a shit about that no more. This week pissed me off. So now I'm focused on those who are in front of me. And that is it. Big time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 and 6, 80 and 58 overall. Annapolis OG, 1, 2, 3, 12 and 3, 91 and 47 overall. 100 grand, 1, 2, 3, 12 and 3, 79 and 59 overall. Bear down, B Jones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 and 5, 81 and 57 overall. Smack City, 13 and 2, 92 and 46 overall. Matty Ice, 1, 2, 3, 12 and 3 overall, 92 and 46 from Matty Ice as well. Kevin the PRF, 1, 2, 13 and 2, 90 and 48 overall. Boss Man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 and 5, 87 and 51. Swaggy P, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 and 5 for Swaggy P, 88 and 50. Greg Giants, 1, 2, 3, 12 and 3, 94 and 44 overall. Nate P, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 4, 92 and 46 overall. J Cam Man, 1, 2, 3, 12 and 3, 90 and 48. Bronco Billy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 4, 88 and 50 overall. Tyrant 78, 1, 2, 3, 12 and 3, 97 and 41, tied for first with Sundi. Those two just continue to put in excellent picks week after week after week after week. So the goal is just to stay close. Stay close. The Catman. 1, 2, 3, 12 and 3, 87 and 51. Mike Jink, 1, 2, 3, 12 and 3, 88 and 50. Tiff Shiesty, 1, 2, 3, 12 and 3, 86 and 52. Walt 260, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 4, 89 and 49. Big Baller Blake, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 4, 85 and 53. Sam Pando, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 4, 89 and 49 for Sam Pando. Mr. HTTR, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 4, 91 and 47. Mike Lowry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 4, 83 and 55. In Yo Jim, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 4, 91 and 47. Overall, Ricky D. Hustle, 1, 2, 3, 12 and 3, 88 and 50 overall. Ricky L, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 4, 89 and 49. Mr. Ron B, 1, 2, 3, 12 and 3, 85 and 53. Tierra, Mr. Hamer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 4, 88 and 50 overall. G Command, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think 6 might be pissed. I think somebody else up there had a 6-piece. Let me double check. I felt like we counted 6 before a couple of times. There weren't many losses. Like this, I think, was the cleanest week from a pick standpoint. Like nobody went and messed around and had 7 or 8 losses and went behind below the Mendoza line this week. I think 6 might be the worst number, which is crazy in a 15-game week. But that's how easy this week ended up being, which is I didn't expect it to be this way. Um, let me see. We looking for 6. Rich got 6. Let's see. I don't think he was alone. I think somebody else might have had 6. Big time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Big time got 6. Man, it's gonna be a lot of y'all drinking some piss today. If don't nobody bail y'all out. There's gonna be a lot of y'all drinking it, but we doing it different this week. Everybody gets their own piss cup. Everybody, there's not one cup that you passing around. Everybody get, because last week we had issues with who was drinking more and won't drinking enough and this, that, and the third. We're not doing that no more. So everybody gets their own individual piss cup. So if it's multiple, of you guys, you're each individually getting your own piss cup. All right, I think that's it. I think those are so far the 3 individuals who had 6 losses, who have piss cup responsibilities and duties right now. See if that changes. Bronco Kid, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, G Command has 6 losses, 86 and 52 overall. Bronco Kid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 and 4, 84 and 54. Black Goo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, just missed it. 87 and 51 overall. Brexinho. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 and 5, 89 and 49 overall. Jordan Jones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just missed out. 10 and 5, 90 and 48. Extraordinary for Life, 15 and 1. Jumped all the way from back in bum off somewhere, all the way to 3rd place. Just like that. Me check his number, double check just to make sure my count won't off. I feel like my count might have been off on some people. He might be one of them. Yeah. Yeah, my count off on him. He was 80 and what last week? I'm gonna have to go back and double check some of these people. He was 80 and where you at? Right here. 80 and no, I got it right. God damn it. I was hoping I was wrong. But I did everybody's math, so it should have been right. But it is right. I was hoping he was 80 last week. He was 81, so it's correct. So he jumped all the way from nowhere, which he wasn't too far off the pace, but he wasn't supposed to be in 3rd place. Jumped all the way to 3rd place, going 14 and 1. Hell of a week, man. PTP, as you can see, maybe Extraordinary for Life is extraordinary. We'll see. That's a hell of a week, though. Can't knock the hustle. Cody. So Extraordinary for Life is 95 and 43 in sole possession of 3rd place. No, tied for 3rd. In 3rd by their lonesome. Cody. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11 and 4. 92 and 46 overall. Solo So Slimy. 1, 2, 3. 12 and 3. 83 and 55. HTTR Carson. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11 and 4, 85 and 53. Major Tutty, 1, 2, 3, 4. 11 and 4, 86 and 52. Gridiron King, 1, 2, 3. 12 and 3, 87 and 51. Fat Boy V, 1, 2, 3. 12 and 3, 92 and 46. Silver V, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 and 5, 84 and 54 overall. Angie M 15-1. Where, or excuse me, 14-1. Where in the hell did that come from, Angie? Didn't see that shit coming. Wowzers. Okay. 14-1 for Angie M. She's a PTPer this week. Wow. Mino, 1. And that puts Angie now in the 90 win club. Just like that. Went from the 70s straight to the 90s. 90 and 48 overall. Mino, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11-4, 78 and 60 overall. Big B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11-4, 88 and 50 overall. Navy Ramjet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11-4, 87 and 51 overall. AAA Dell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11-4, 94 and 44 overall. Commander Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Piss Cup for Commander Wow. 88 and 50 overall. 808 Skins fan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11-5, 10-5, excuse me, 77 and 61. Mando fan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Another Piss Cup recipient at 9 and 6, 71 and 67. Overall, Metaphor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Wow. Another Piss Cup recipient. Yikes. Gonna be a lot of y'all lined up. Derek B. But you know what? I like the fact that if you didn't get double digits, you got the Piss Cup. Like, we gonna keep it simple this week. Derek B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just avoided the piss at 10-5, 93 and 45 overall. Stacks, 410, 1, 2, 3, 4. 11-4, 88 and 50 overall. E3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11-4, 77 and 61 overall. Magic Carpet Ride, 1, 2, 3, 12-3, 85 and 53 overall. Tim S, 1, 2, 3, 12-3 overall, excuse me, 88 and 50. 12-3, excuse me, 88 and 50 overall. Chris Santiago, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11-5, 10-5, excuse me, 80 and 58 overall. Wait, 84 and 54 overall. Ace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10-5 overall, or 10-5, 80 and 58 overall. JTG 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10-5, 85 and 53 overall. Rella with another stellar week. 13-2. Puts Rella at 96 and 42 overall. Good for sole possession of second place. My goodness. What has gotten into you, Rella? Jesus. The last 3 or 4 weeks, you just been unconscious. It's ridiculous. One game behind the leaders in the clubhouse. That's where you find yourself at, Rella. Niners fan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11-4, 83 and 55. Mr. Make It Happen, 14-1. PT Peer this week, along with Angie M and Extraordinary for Life. Yikes. Mr. Make It Happen made it happen this week, and now is 87 and 51 overall. Rick the Ruler, 14-1, 2, 3. 12-3, 92 and 46 overall. Dandrix, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost more like dandruff, but you avoided the Piss Cup at 10-5, 84 and 54 overall. In Dallas Morgan, 1, 2, 3, 4. 11-4 this week, 84 and 54 overall. So, as we can see, We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Piss Cup recipients. So it looks like the Piss King is going to be extremely busy today. Yikes. Where you at, Piss King? Thought I gave you another one. Guess not. Let's get you another one. Where you at, man? Ah, I know what I just did. No, I don't. Where you at, man? I done have, oh, are you showing up all over the place, bro. That's one there. That's two there. All right. Good thing is, there's a lot of them down here. So your assistance is needed quite a bit down here towards the bottom. All right. There we go. All right. We need another one. All right. Let's see. G command need one. All right. Let's see. Did we got all of them? Nah, we need one more. We need one more Piss King. Let's see where he gonna show up at. There you go. Right there. The man right here. Big time. And that's about the second time you've been pissy. Soondy, like, look, get him the hell off of me. I apologize. Gotta respect the first place. Right. All right. Rich, big time. G Command, Commander Wow, Mando Fan, and Metaphor all rise and step forth. All right. How many piss cups is that? 6? Whew. Now we're doing it different. So each of you gets your own cup. All right. That's all 6 of y'all. All right. So now let me go ahead and equally distribute the piss into your respective containers here. All right. And go ahead and indulge. Enjoy. You know, the significance of this particular week with the piss cup is this. You almost didn't have to do too bad to get pissy. If you had 5 losses, you were this close to getting tinkled on. And you thinking, oh, I won 10 games. I should be fine. Better step your shit up. The ceiling and the floor starting to get a lot closer to one another. Normally, it's one clown somewhere in there that went rogue, got 7, 8 losses. Everybody's safe. Don't worry about it. Not this week. That's how 6 people got caught up. Thinking, oh, I should be straight. 6 losses, I should be fine. Somebody got 7 or 8. Now we got 6 people drinking piss. Anyway, I digress. Let's quickly get to the comment section, and then we'll get out of here. We'll check on these piss cup recipients here in a second. LT, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. LT writes, to be honest, Philly can still get first seed off Saquon alone. If you really think y'all can win anything of substance with just Saquon alone, you, my friend, are absolutely delusional. Absolutely delusional. Because while Saquon has been dynamic and he has been outstanding, you still need your receivers. Like the best news you got was AJ Brown's injury was not super significant, and he probably will play this week against Dallas. That was the best news you got. Because we've already seen what y'all look like without AJ Brown. And you had Saquon in those games, and you were 2-2 going into your bye week. I believe you were 2-2 after getting spanked. Excuse me. Yeah, 2-2, because you're 6-2 right now, if I'm not mistaken. After getting spanked by the Bucks. So, yeah. And you should have lost to the Saints as well. But that's like me saying something and you saying you should have lost to the Bears. Touche. We shouldn't have, but we didn't. Same thing you could say. Like, oh, y'all should have lost to the Bears. Touche. Touche. Bottom line is, I said all of that to say this. You need more than just Saquon. Trust me. That ain't going to be good enough. If you think that's good enough, you're delusional. I'll just tell you that much. Anyway, I digress. Eric Sunderland says, Seahawks game hurt this week. I needed that one. You and me both. You and me both. That one in the Titans game, those were the two ones that were tough for me to stomach. The Dallas one, I rolled the dice on the Cowboys. That'll probably be the last time I roll the dice with Dallas this year. We'll see. But Seattle had no business losing that game. They were up 20-13, and all Geno Smith had to do was not throw a pick six, and they're gonna win that game. You know, I think it was 13-13, excuse me. It was 13-13. All he had to do was not throw a pick six there. Even if they just kick a field goal, I think they might win that game. He throws a 103-yard pick six. Ridiculous. Saints, Extraordinary for Life says, Saints cost me a perfect week, Lou, and a solo primetime player this week. Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. Let me see what the other people picked, because you weren't the only one to have go 14-1, but Angie would have had no losses. Now, you and Angie would have both been still PT Pierce. But Mr. Make It Happen would have had a second loss instead of just one, because Mr. Make It Happen had the Texans as his one loss. So you and Angie still would have split it. Y'all still would have both been PT Pierce. She would have been undefeated as well this week. So you wouldn't have had that distinction alone. But that would have been a hell of a distinction, because what we have? 3 people go undefeated a few weeks back, but that was 14 games, right? Nobody's gone undefeated in a 15 or a 16. I've gone undefeated in a 15-game week before. I've never gone 16-0. And I've never hosted a pool where someone has gone 16-0. So you would have set a record had you done it. But the Panthers said, nah, bro, not on my watch. So maybe next time. Sheree B says, are the Falcons overrated? I don't think they're overrated. They're just, I don't know if they're super battle tested, but they're not. I wouldn't call them overrated. I think they're kind of coming into their own. I think their biggest deficiency is their inconsistent ability to get to the quarterback. They don't have a consistent pass rush, and against better teams, I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to get away with that. But their offense, when Kirk is locked in, they protecting him, they're running the football. Their offense is super talented. It's one of the most dynamic in terms of the different types of playmakers that they put on the field. Ray McLeod, Darnell Mooney, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson. That's a hell of a lineup to have to deal with offensively. Defensively is where I think they could struggle when it's all said and done. But I don't know if I would say that they're overrated, and I don't know if there's even a gap. I can tell you that their performances at home have been very disappointing this season, and um, that's something that could be concerning. But when you look at the games that they've lost this season, um, they've lost what 3 games? I think they're 6-3, if I'm not mistaken. The first one against the Steelers, I'm gonna chalk that up to Kirk just not being himself yet. They easily could have lost to the Eagles. Should have lost to the Eagles, right? But they didn't. The one that sticks out like a sore thumb is them getting ramrodded at home by the Seattle Seahawks. Like that's the one that doesn't compute for me. You know, they got the I can't think of the other loss. That was to the Chiefs, right? Those are respectable losses. Chiefs, best team in football record-wise. Steelers, one of the best teams in the league record-wise. Those are respectable losses. The Seahawks at home makes 0 sense. None whatsoever. So, if they had to go to DC or Detroit for a road playoff game, how much would you trust them? Well, we play them later on in the season. You'll get to see that firsthand, whether they're up to the task or not. Now, that's a week 17 game. So the question then becomes, is Atlanta even playing for anything? Is Washington playing for anything at that point? I think with Washington, they'll be playing for something. I can't imagine Washington, not playing for either the division or the number 1 seed in the NFC, or just seeding purposes to the 2 seed, the 3 seed, whatever, right? Or, whatever the case may be. I can't imagine Washington being, in a position where they've locked everything up, but Atlanta could be in a position where they've already won their division and they can't get any higher than the 3 seed, or they can't get any higher than the 4 seed. They're locked into that. Like, I could see Atlanta being in that position, but if both of those teams are good, I expect that game to be flexed into a prime spot on that Saturday, because it's a flex game already. That game can be played on the 28th or the 29th of December. If there's no interest in the game, it's played on Sunday with the rest of the games. If there's interest in that game, they move it to Saturday. I feel pretty confident they're going to move that game to Saturday because of the interest level in that particular game, because both teams will be good. So, we'll get to see that game firsthand, what the Falcons do. I don't know if I trust them. I definitely don't trust them, going to Detroit. We'll see what the Commanders look like moving forward, and then what the Falcons look like as they continue on their journey. But I don't right now, I wouldn't pick the Falcons in either one of those instances to go on the road and win. I'll just say that. Anyway, I digress. How y'all coming with that piss, man? Oh, you done. G Command, you done. You give me your glass. All right. You out of here. Hey, Meta, come on. Let's go, man. I ain't trying to hear no excuses. Let's go. Commander Wow. Yeah, just go ahead. Yeah, it's a little corner. Go ahead and get that. Yep. All right. You're straight. Mando fan, metaphor, big time, and rich. Come on, pick up the pace a little bit. Let's move. All right. Next time I check in, we need to be pretty much done. All right. Big time. Come on now. You've been here before, bro. Like, this ain't new. What you over here doing, man? Stop playing games. Let's go. Rich, I would say I'm surprised, but with the way you've been picking this year, you were due for some piss, bro. This one was a long time coming. Drink up. Real Telly says, I think Mikey goes inside. He probably will. I, I I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. That was the plan all along. I just said what I would do, but that was the plan all along. Was to kick Mikey back inside to his natural position, and now they have the ability and the means to be able to do that. So that's probably what they'll do. But my whole thing is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we'll see. My guess is Mikey goes inside. That's my guess. And I've said all along that Benjamin St. Juice is a number 2 corner, a low level number 2, but a number 2 nonetheless. If that's the case, then he should be able to play opposite of Marshawn Lattimore and have a little bit more success. But it's not like we haven't seen Benjamin St. Juice in a number 2 role before. When Kendall Fuller was here, he was the number 2 corner and he still struggled. So don't know that I'm all that thrilled to see him in this role and assuming that he'll play better because now he's not, guarding number 1 wide receivers. But we'll see. Anyway. Mando fan, what you looking like? All right, yeah, you done. Let me get that. Meta, come on, bro. You playing games, man. Let's go. Rich, come on, man. I knew you was a vet big time. You've been here before, man. It's a little swallow in there, though. Get that. All right. Down to 3. Started with 6, down to 3 piss cups. Still out there. Y'all finish these. Knock them back so we can get out of here. Big shout out to my guy Twin D for winning the weekly pick'em pool. And big shout out to Tyrant 78, Sundi for being in first, Rella for being in second, and Extraordinary for Life being in third in winners and losers. All right. Meta. All right. All of y'all basically at the same point. I need all of y'all to just go ahead and take it to the head. On the count of 3. Metaphor, Rich. That's just y'all 2. 1, 2, 3. Chug, 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 chug. Yeah! All right, man. Y'all get out of here with y'all stinking asses. All right, so that is gonna do it for me, your man Louie T, here on the Week 9 Kickback LTN Exclusive session. I look forward to doing this again next week, hopefully with better results. I don't even want to say this week was too easy because it really wasn't. Y'all just didn't fall into the traps, and I got to give y'all credit for that. But I need the NFL to turn it up a little bit, just a little bit, man. Turn it up a little bit, and I think it's gonna start happening because we about to get to some of these division games. Hey, Giants and Panthers, you got to pick one. Like we going like they turning it up just slightly. I haven't even looked at the schedule yet, so I can't even tell you. But I expect this to be a week full of tough games. So see where we at next week. Anyway, I digress. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you guys next time for the LTN Exclusives kickback. Until then, y'all know what it is. If your picks are shit, You're drinking piss. See you guys next time. Have a good one.